Hello viewers, welcome to India Today. This is Maruthi Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa, and we just completed watching the latest Kannada film, the highly anticipated film 45. The film stars Shivarajkumar, Upendra, Raj B Shetty, and is directed by debutant Arjun Janya after 15 years of being a music director. Tell me your one-liner.
45 is a commercial masala film with innovative ideas and visual effects. But end of the day, it is Arjun Janya's traffic awareness commercial.
Put it
To
in
put
a
in a
funny way, it is. Actual one-liner for the film is ಒಂದು ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಡೆದೋದ ಕತೆ. Translation: a story of a cracked egg. No offense to anybody, definitely no offense to you, Raj B Shetty. The film has a lot of elements that does it give you that wholesome entertainment that was promised. Find out in the detailed review.
What works for me in the film? First things first, I think debutant Arjun Janya, the director of the film, he definitely deserves credit. I will not call this a perfect debut, but there are some brilliant ideas and well executed ideas in the film for which he definitely deserves appreciation. Starting from, though the thin line story that he has picked, he tried to fill in with innovative ideas, screenplay pattern. For example, there is a fight sequence in the end. It is around Shivarajkumar's character. I don't want to give you much spoilers. With a creative way of using shots, cinematography, editing pattern to achieve something unique with Shivarajkumar and what is happening, what is the idea with that character in the climax fight was brilliant. Garuda Purana, again, not spoilers, but some of the ideas really land.
First of all, there is a lot of merit in the ideas that were spoken about. Apart from whatever he mentioned, I also felt like the messages that were being put across in the film, how they were being put across in the film, who was putting them across in the film, all these also mattered. And taking the whole divine aspects or the religious aspects into matter, there is this god whose aura I'm going to take full advantage of as a maker. We've seen that over and over again where films basically bank on a certain god, whether it be Sri Ram, whether it be Hanuman, whether it be Shiva. All these gods
Krishna.
come with a certain aura that is in itself so mesmerizing that it adds so much to the film, right? But here that is not the case. They have a concept, and that concept, however whatever direction and whatever rupa it is taking, it makes sense because it is about the concept and not about a particular god. So it is sort of a responsibility, because we watched it a couple of days before the film's release, that we have to keep all the story inside. There's a lot of surprising elements, and to make it spoiler free is in itself a responsibility to us, and we are trying to do that.
Beyond the concept, also the nostalgia elements or the references in the film really land. Again, I don't know how the pan-India vision of this film will land considering the amount of references that were included into the film. But as a Kannada-speaking audience, if you have been celebrating Shivarajkumar sir, if you have been celebrating Upendra sir, and if you have been encouraging, supporting and celebrating Raj B Shetty also, even though his filmography is 4 to 5 films, but he has given some landmark films. So if you're somebody who enjoyed all these films on big screen, how they have been used in terms of dialogues, in terms of screenplay, integration, all of that matters. That feels so organic into the screenplay that it actually elevates otherwise dull scene in lot of portions.
Shivarajkumar, Upendra and Raj B Shetty. In my opinion, this film for me stands out for Shivarajkumar. I feel like this is Shivanna's vehicle and the other two are riding in it. Felt like the celebration was more for Shivarajkumar. The eccentricism in character was all about Upendra sir's character. So basically everything that Upendra has made an image of as the Upendra image, everything is still in that side. And like Raj B Shetty has told in multiple interviews now, he has been running in the film and he does run quite a lot.
I will put the performances aspect in one way. 45 for me is Arjun Janya's celebration of Dr. Shivarajkumar, celebration of director Upendra,
Right.
and a film which is anchored by Raj B Shetty. So that is 45 for you.
Well put. Shot in Ram Gopal Verma's lens with the whole camera work is very RGV. Whatever we get by the end of it is what makes it Arjun Janya's film.
Technical departments in the film have done fair job in some portions and brilliant job in some portions. Where there is merit in the idea, where there is importance to execution which will make the scene land more, those kind of ideas really got great execution. But there are also scenes which could have been betterly shot, betterly edited, and the music integration also could have been better. This is about the VFX and visual elements. The fully animated or computer generated visuals in the film land, but the portions where there is integration of visual effects into the normal world, those scenes could have been a little better. Again, they don't occupy major chunk of the screen time. They come usually in the climax, because of which largely the VFX is very satisfying.
First of all, the music in the film for me was very good because it was all background music, right? And the background music was really good. It did bring up some chills. I feel like the climax is where the money is, irrespective of whatever it is. The whole sequence in itself is such a, massive thing that if not anything, people will, enjoy whatever is happening on the big screen in the climax, especially the fans. The fans are going to just, adore it, rave about it, just cheer and probably lose their voice shouting. There is also a very big surprise at the very end of the film, so stay for that.
Now, getting to the things that didn't work for me in the film. Firstly, like Akhanda 2, 45 also can be divided into two types. One is experience and one is film. In terms of experience, the film largely satisfies. But in terms of film and filmmaking, 45 feels like a shootout of different ideas. Some of them blend, some of them don't. But it's just that throwing multiple ideas and just trying to see which will stick. There are a lot of ideas. Again, when you are trying to integrate so many ideas, right, your story also should be rock solid. But if you look at the one line of 45, it is pretty simple and generic. With that kind of film, if you throw so many ideas into the screenplay where you can justify some of them, you can't, some of them feels forced. So that is why instead of throwing so many ideas and letting audience decide which one will stick to whom, if Arjun Janya streamlined the ideas and understood which will work, which will not work, again, that comes from experience, but still, if he had that clarity of which idea, which execution will land, because like I said, there are some brilliant ones and there are some not so brilliant ones.
The second half is much better than the first half because in the first half there is a little bit of, a rustic feeling. There is basically repetition of what is going on, and that kind of just opens you to the whole way this film is going to go. It makes it quite, predictable in a way because like I said earlier, the concept is complex because you will not be able to, stay firm with your prediction. But at the end of the day, whatever you predict will come true. So it becomes predictable. So that could have been avoided. What I feel like is this could have benefited a lot more if the metaphysical and the physical were a little more close together. It wasn't so, obvious. The obviousness kind of takes away from the surprise element in the film, and that I feel like is the biggest, weight pulling down what 45 could have been.
Another thing that personally I didn't enjoy a lot in 45 is preaching part, especially with the dialogues. Again, there are some dialogues. There's this one dialogue. One should acknowledge the importance of someone's presence when they are alive, not when they are dead. Then you can't do anything. You can.
I get why the whole preachy thing. What problem I have is that the way it was being put across was very melodramatic, with the background music of that slow, that irking sound that makes you, forces you to be sad, and then the slow dialogue narration, everything just slows down in the frame. That melodramatic nature of the thing was what pulled down the energy basically. Otherwise, if you talk about the dialogues, there are a lot of scenes in the film. Probably we should have addressed this in the positives itself, that there is good comedy, and that is very Raj B style comedy,
Yeah.
right? The comeback is really nice, and that makes it funny. Be it Raj B Shetty's interaction with Shivarajkumar, Raj B Shetty's interaction with Upendra, Raj B and Pramod Shetty's interaction, all these things were really funny, so that also should have been in the pluses. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Never mind.
We will have if you want us to talk about the film in detail with spoilers after you watching the film, definitely let us know in the comment section below.
We will get to it sometime in the next week.
Yes, but as we said on an ending note, I think 45 is definitely, though we spoke some things that didn't work for us in the film, but it might work for you because the movie is banking mostly on experience, and in terms of experience value, the movie largely delivers.
Also, it is warranted that we bring to your notice that while this is our opinion, there were people in the cinema hall which we watched who had different opinions as well, who thought this film was an absolute banger, masterpiece as well. So there is always, room open for interpretation for each person. Cinema is always subjective. It is not going to be a universal opinion. So if you watch the trailer, if you found the film interesting, do go to the theaters and watch the film. Go to the theaters and watch the film. Say no to piracy, like Kicha Sudeep has been saying for the last couple of days. Say no to piracy.
With that, this is Maruthi Acharya,
I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
and you're watching India Today.